Are you having a hard time deciding which Vault Hunter to pick on your first playthrough of Borderlands 3? Well, in today's video, I hope to answer that question for you guys so I can give you a better idea who should you main when the game launches. This is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about what character or which Vault Hunter should you actually main or pick on your first playthrough of Borderlands 3. We're going to be covering Borderlands extensively here on the channel, so if you guys want to make sure you don't miss a video, do consider subscribing so you guys can get notified when those videos go live. Before we dive into each individual character, want to remind you guys about our giveaway. We're giving away 2 free copies of Borderlands 3 for the system of your choice. To enter and participate, it's super easy. All you got to do is click the link where it says Join Bold Nation and you will be automatically entered. So good luck to everyone who plans on participating. September 13th is just around the corner, and whether you pick up the game when it launches or if you pick up the game later, you're going to have to make a very important decision. And that decision is, who are you going to main, or at least who are you going to start playing in the game with? Will you pick Mose? Will you pick Amara? Will you pick Sane, or will you pick everybody's favorite, Flak, which seems to be the odd favorite based on the poll that was posted on Twitter? Everybody picked Flak, but for some reason, Mose, Sane, and Amara aren't getting any love. But today I want to break it down in this video. I want to give you guys an inside look at each character, break down their positives and their negatives to give you guys a better idea of who you should actually pick when Borderlands 3 comes out. Now, I will have more in-depth videos for each individual character to give you guys a more in-depth look at each character, their abilities, and their skill trees. So let's kick it off and start talking about the first character, which is Amara the Siren. She is a Siren. If you guys have played Borderlands 1 and 2, you know what Sirens are capable of doing. But if you don't know, she's going to be specializing in close quarter combat. Not only that, but she also specializes in elemental damage. And she almost has a near limitless action skill customization. Amara is perfect for anyone who wants to take down the bandits with amazing magical power and just cause as much havoc as they can with their fist and their magic. Now, one thing I do want to make sure you guys keep in mind is that each Vault Hunter will be able to be customized different from each other. And what makes Amara special from the other characters is that her action skill augments are not tied to a specific skill, but instead they work for each of her 3 action skills. That's what separates her from all the other characters. Another thing that also separates her from the other characters is that she's able to swap the elements of her action skill between incendiary, corrosive, and shock damage. Now, her 3 action skills are Face Grasp, Face Slam, and Face Cast. Now, for those of you who played Borderlands 2, you might be familiar with Face Grasp, and it's very similar to the way Maya used her Face Lock, which suspends enemies in mid-air for a short period of time. Now, Face Slam sends Amara flying through the air only to come down in a big slam attack, dealing a lot of damage to any nearby enemies. Now, one of the cool ones that I like is called Face Cast, and what this one does, it sends forth a projection that deals damage to everything that's in its path or anything that comes in contact with it. Now, as you unlock different features within her skill tree, this is where Amara's skill tree becomes very crazy because it's going to allow you to do really neat stuff. For example, on her Face Grasp tree, Amara could unlock a skill that will go ahead and Face Grasp enemies together, and will also bind them and link them up, and they will share the damage among them as they are linked together. Now, Amara's 3 skill trees are Fist of the Element, Brawl, and Mystical Assault. Fist of the Element is perfect for anybody who loves dealing a ton of elemental damage. Brawl, of course, just like the name says it buffs Amara's damage and health, making her a deadly force at very close range. This is if you like to get really close to people. Now, Mystical Assault is all about buffing Amara's action skills and making her a magical monster. Now, regardless of whatever skill tree you decide to pick or combine with, Amara is going to be perfect for anybody who likes to go down in the middle of the fight and is not afraid of danger and wants to come out victorious, of course, with the help of magical powers. So if you love close quarter combat and you like dishing out damage and want to use magical powers at the same time, then Amara is definitely the one you should decide to go with. Now let's talk about everybody's favorite, which is Flak. Now, it's very interesting because at the beginning, this was not everybody's personal favorite, but a lot of people are loving Flak. And, he has a lot of really cool stuff, and we're going to talk about what those are. So basically, Flak is a robot who has the ability of bringing his best friend Pet along for the ride deployed to help him combat the bandits. In addition to that, he's also very stealthy and he has a sniper, so he's technically the sniper class of the game. Of course, what makes him different from any of the other characters are his pets, because they are lovely and beautiful. Now, Flak will be able to equip any of the 3 pets. He'll be able to equip Spider Rant, a Skag, or a Jabber. Now, while the first 2 are very commonly known if you come from playing Borderlands 1 or Borderlands 2, the Jabber is a brand new addition to the series, and his species can only be found within the brand new planet called Eden 6. Now, Flak will be able to pick any of these 3 pets, and each pet will have its own individual command. Now, what makes this neat is that not every pet will have the same command. All commands will be different depending on the pet you decide to go with. Now, just like every other Bolt Hunter, Flak also has 3 different action skills. He has the Gamma Burst, the Fade Away, and of course the Rack Attack. Gamma Burst opens a portal that Flak's pets can travel through, which increases their size and grants radiational damage. Fade Away turns Flak's invisible for a short time, and all shots are critical hits. And Rack Attack summons a flock of racks to attack the distracted enemies. Whether you're a solo player or whether you're playing with friends, Flak is definitely one character that it's able to adapt to not only solo play, but also to co-op play. The reason why is because its pets make it easy for you guys to manage solo content and also become very reliable when assisting your teammates. So definitely, either way you want to approach, Flak is definitely a character that you'll be able to play both solo or cooperatively. Now, if you guys love sniping and you want to bring a pet friend with you to help you kill off all those ugly bandits, then definitely Flak is a character you should go with. If you did play Borderlands 2 and you love the Serial Sniper tree, then Flak is the character you should definitely pick, because you'll feel right at home with my buddy Flak. Now on to everybody's favorite girl Vault Hunter, and that is Moze. Now, she is very interesting because unlike other characters, she doesn't really have 3 action skills, but instead has her friend Iron Bear the mech to do the majority of the heavy lifting. While Moze lacks in varied action skills, she makes up for a interchangeable weapon that she's able to equip in Iron Bear. Now, what makes this interesting is that she'll be allowed to equip 2 different weapon types, or she could decide to equip 2 of the same weapons, which allows us to have a lot of flexibility when it comes to customizing Iron Bear. Now, by default, she has the V35 grenade launcher. In addition to the grenade launcher, she's able to equip a railgun, and of course the minigun, which is unlocked later on the skill tree. Now, when Moze activates Iron Bear, she will have to monitor the fuel usage, because that's what he runs. He runs on fuel. So being able to monitor when that actually ends is going to be very key if you're playing at a Moze, because you want to make sure you know when the skill is completely done or depleted. In addition to that, as you progress in the skill tree, you'll be able to apply different attachables to Iron Bear, like a flamethrower and the claw melee overdrive, and even a rocket pod attachment. Now, one of the neat features that we're able to do with Moze is that we'll be able to use her skill augments to help us fine tune each individual weapon to suit our playstyle. Whether we like to be a little bit aggressive, we want it to stay a little bit back, we're going to be able to fine tune each individual weapon with the augments that are currently available to us to give us that better flexibility. Now, Moze's 3 skill trees are Demolition Woman, Shield of Retribution, and Bottomless Mag. As the name implies, Demolition Woman, it's all about creating massive explosive damage and making sure they deal a ton of damage. The capstone for the tree even gives Moze a chance to cause an explosive every time she fires a weapon. That's really awesome. This pairs perfectly well with the new gun manufacturing perk. Shield of Retribution, it's all about making sure Moze and Iron Bear are nearly invincible killing machines. So you're going to be like... It's just awesome, guys. Now, Bottomless Mag gives Moze a chance to increase her magazine size and regenerate ammo on the fly, making sure she will never run out of bullets while she's killing out the enemies, hence the name Bottomless Mag. Now, if you want to decide if you should use Moze or not, she's going to be perfect for anyone who loves customizing every single detail of the character's weapon and also the character. Now, if you love being tanky and blowing things up and never running out of ammo, pretty much becoming a madman demolitionist, then Moze is definitely the character you should go with. Now let's talk about the last Vault Hunter we have to take a look at, and that is Sane. Now, Sane is my personal favorite. It might be the one I might be maining. I'm still undecided, but I'm pretty sure leaning a little bit towards Sane. Now, the reason why I like Sane, and the reason why I'm leaning towards him, is because out of all the characters, he's the most versatile one out of all the 4 of them. Because each skill tree and each action skill gives Sane more flexibility ability and bonus to cater to different playstyles. Now the key features for Sane is that he can sacrifice his grenade slot to equip a second action skill. No other character is able to do that. In addition to that, he'll be able to also slot augments into them. Now Sane will be able to equip 2 augments in each action skill, making them more potent and deadly as you level up your character. Now Sane comes with 3 different unique action skills. One is Digiclone, one is Sentinel or SNTNL, and the other one is Barrier. Now what Digiclone does, it summons a clone of Sane which will shoot at enemies and draw fire. Sane can swap places with his clone at any time, so he can teleport back and forth, letting him maneuver out of sticky situations and go back and maybe reload and then come back into his clone form. Now the Sentinel drone or the STNL is a drone that Sane can throw out that hunts down the enemies. It's pretty much like a pet drone with guns, fellas. Then of course the last one is Barrier. It's exactly what it sounds like. It just deploys a barrier in front of Sane and he can pick it up and throw it down whenever he wishes. Now Sane also has 3 skill trees. Of course he has Double Agent, Hitman, and Undercover. Double Agent focuses on buffing Sane's Digiclone. So if you go with Digiclone, this is where you want to go and buff it. One of the cool aspects about this is that when you hit high level, you can even give the clone a copy of Sane and equip a weapon to the Digiclone, making it really crazy. Now Hitman is all about kill skills, which buffs Sane after he kills an enemy. Now one interesting thing about this is when you activate the capstone for this tree, it makes it so that when Sane activates any of the action skills, it also activates all of his kill skills, which gives it a really crazy buff. Now the Undercover tree is all about giving great buffs to shields and of course the barrier skill itself. The capstone on this one gives anyone near the barrier a copy of Sane's equipped shield. So not only will you be getting a copy, but your teammates will also be getting a copy as well. This is what makes Sane so versatile and so multifunctional for solo players and also players who like to play with teams. So if you want to flex on your teams and show how badass you are with all your gadgetry, then definitely Sane is the character you should go with. Because not only will he be able to play offensive with kill skills, and he's also able to provide a defense with his barrier. Sane can do both, whether you like to be aggressive or you like to be passive. Sane will be able to adapt to any playstyle that you choose. He can either be a one-man army or a team player with amazing gadgetry. Now I hope this video helps you clear out and make your mind on which character you are going to be maining or using on your first playthrough of Borderlands 3. Please let me know in the comment section down below which character will you be going with and why. I want to hear from you guys as we get closer to the launch of Borderlands 3. I will also be showing you guys different videos on each individual character, plus also different builds that you can use with each individual character as well. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any Borderlands 3 video. I do hope you guys did find this video helpful and informative. If you did, guys, do me the huge favor, guys, like this video, and the most important thing is share this video with your friends because that does help us out a lot. In addition to that, guys, if you want to show extra love and support, do consider joining the Bolt Nation. To join, it's super easy. All you gotta do is click the link down below where it says Join Bolt Nation, and you guys will unlock exclusive features only found on the channel, like amazing emotes that we have that you're able to use on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget WGATAP, and I will catch you guys on the next video.